Alright guys, so let's talk about supplements. Do we really need it to help us build muscles? In my opinion, no, we don't. It's not a must, but it's a luxury. I mean, like, if you can afford it, there are a few products that can help speed recovery and it can help aid recovery faster. However, if you're not taking these supplements, it's not like it's going to hinder your recovery. It's not like you're not going to grow from your workout and your feeding. However, if you're not taking supplements such as protein, creatine, BCAAs, or any other supplements, it's important for you to consume a lot of food, nutrients, and rest. So those are going to be key components to help you build muscle. I mean, even for me, when I was younger, I always stayed in the gym for a very long time. I would pretty much do all the exercises in the book. And in my mind at the time, I was thinking, like, the more I do, the more bigger, the more muscle I will build. However, the misconception is that, the recovery and the rebuilding phase is outside the gym. So, for example, if you're in the gym crushing it, that's great. That's going to be the step one, right? You have to tear up the muscles. Now what? So, the growth happens when your muscles, after it's being torn up, it's when it's in the recovery phase. So, this happens when you're consuming enough food, carbohydrates, protein, fats, and also rest. Rest is going to be key because there are a lot of people that train so much and they don't allow their body to recover. So for example, I'm guilty of not sleeping enough, and sometimes that's something I always want to work on, because imagine myself making this much progress with minimum sleep. So, like, once I'm resting more, my body's recovering much faster. And what happens is, like, when you're more rested and recovered, you come back strong at the gym. And pretty much the food that you consume, it's going to help you with the rebuilding phase. However, if you do take supplements, if you do have the money for it, I would invest in protein. Not because it's a must, but there's been research saying that it does, after workout, it is one of the fastest digesting protein out there, whey. So that's something quick, and it's very macro friendly. So, for example, I know some people don't have a great appetite. So after the gym, in the morning, they don't really feel like eating a big breakfast. And when you're not eating your meals enough, it can really hinder your protein intake. Most of my clients, even myself in the beginning, like, you would feel like you're eating a lot of protein, right? You're like, oh, but I eat chicken breast, I eat peanut butter, I eat, cheese, I drink milk, anything that says high protein. However, if you add up the intake that you're having throughout the day, I'm pretty sure most of the time it's like about 100 grams only. And for someone that trains intense, you're going to need more. For someone that's more moderate, lighter, I don't think they need any of, like, the high intake of protein. However, a lot of the male athletes, especially guys that want to build muscles, they think they're eating and consuming lots of protein just because they're eating they're drinking a shake or eating steak. But think about it, 4 ounces of steak is only about like 20 to 23 grams of protein. So I doubt you're eating, like, pounds of chicken, pounds of steak. Even like 5 egg whites is like only 25 grams of protein. So this is also the importance of having the supplement, because 1 scoop is about 20 to 25 grams of protein. And if you take about 2 scoops, that's already 50 down the hatch. So protein powder is very beneficial just because it's convenient and is also quick digesting. Besides protein powder, I would also recommend taking a multivitamin and other vitamins, kind of essentials, just to help boost your immune system, because I didn't really appreciate this when I was younger. However, as I'm getting older, I noticed that our immune system health, our daily health, is so important. Like, you don't understand, and we don't really factor in how important it is, because especially if you're someone that's not eating enough, someone's that missing a lot of sleep, that's not allowing your time to rest, it's really important to keep your body feeling like, kind of up and running, because you can only go hard for so long before your body crashes and before you get sick and you kind of fall apart. So before that happens, before the intense training, you want to really make sure that you're really as functioning as optimum as possible. So I would take multivitamins, fish oils, daily vitamins, essentials, just probiotics, just to really help the body function better. I would also recommend creatine monohydrate because it does help with recovery. And I know there's a lot of myths out there saying like, but I gain a lot of water weight. I blow up. I'm very sensitive to creatine. However, that's something I've been taking year round, like not just during off season. I take it during contest prep. And the crazy thing is, you let your diet really help manage the weight gain and also the weight loss. So you don't want to just blame it on the supplement. Again, do you need the creatine? No. Can it help? Yes, it can. Same thing with BCAAs. A lot of my clients, the first thing we start working together is like, what kind of BCAAs should I buy? To be honest, like I don't even recommend BCAAs first, because if you're eating enough protein, resting enough, taking your daily essentials, having your fruits and vegetables, you're good. You're pretty good to go. However, when you're in a deficit, meaning that you're dieting for too long and your calories are pretty low, that's something I would start throwing in the mix for your workout, just to kind of like feed the body. Because when you are dieting for a long period of time, you pretty much need anything you can get to help boost your immune system and to feed the body, because you don't want it to be like eating your muscles away. That's something that I recommend later on. For example, even fat burners. I know a lot of people, when they try to lose weight, the first thing they ask, like, should I start, which kind of fat burner should I take? I actually don't recommend people taking fat burners right from the get-go of the diet, because you want to let the diet and the training handle the weight loss, the fat loss, right? So pretty much those are like last resort stuff, like the icing. So pretty much after you lose like a whole bunch of weight, because you are going to plateau, and once you plateau, you're either going to pull out more calories, increase cardio, and you can also throw in some fat burners to kind of burn that extra, the final stubborn fat, because the leaner we get, the more stubborn our body becomes, and it's gonna want to hold on to all the body fat available. So that's something I would incorporate into my diet, into my fat loss, like more towards the end instead of the beginning. In the beginning, I'll let my calorie intake, my training, cardio will go third, just to make sure that to ensure a steady, low variable changing data to help with fat loss. So that's it, guys. So to answer your questions, it's not a must. You don't need it. However, it can be helpful if you guys can afford it. So at the end of the day, everyone's different. Everyone's finance situations are different. So if you can't afford it, there are some sales, products, if you get a good deal. However, if you're someone that's looking to build muscle, someone that's trying to lose weight, I wouldn't focus on supplements first. I would focus on, am I eating enough? What's my diet looking like? And what's my training block looking like? So definitely focus on those first before you focus on what kind of fat burner, what kind of protein should I buy, because I'm pretty sure people can gain muscle just eating food without taking like the most expensive protein, or vice versa, they could lose weight without using the most expensive fat burner. I hope this episode helped you guys out. If you guys are even thinking about going to a muscle gaining phase or a fat loss phase, again, if you have any questions, please send me a DM or leave a comment on the bottom below. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.